Hello there. I'm Scotty. You are not. Good shit. Gatorade. Here's Quencher. Glacier Cherry. A friend of mine gave me this a couple days ago. Finally drinking it. So, we're on the final review of Big Den Horror 4. The Return. And it is Night of the Killer Bears. A Thai slasher flick that is equal parts confusing and enjoyable at the same time. There are stuff in this movie that is very enjoyable, and there's some of this movie that just makes you go. But the word of the day is overstocked. There are too many subplots, too many plot twists in this movie for its own good. I mean, first of all, Night of the Killer Bears, right? So I'm going to go all the way back and tell how I came across this movie. David Durant of Durant Cinema, in one of his Blu-ray hunting videos, he saw this at a Walmart. And I was like, you know what? I think I want to grab that. So I did. And it was when I looked at it, I realized, oh, it's a Thai film. It's from Thailand. It's Thai. Fine, there'll be either subtitles or there'll be, I like Godzilla, so, or it's dubbed. It was dubbed. I also watched with subtitles, and it's always interesting when you watch something that's dubbed. The dubbed, there's a contrast between the words that are coming out of the dub and what's on the subtitles. I watch the Dragon Ball Z movies. I used to try to watch them with subtitles. Subtitles are different, sometimes a little bit different than the ones there. So I stopped with the subtitles. Excuse me. I had supper during this. I had hot dogs with onions and mustard. It was good. Toilet's not gonna like it later, but anyway, yeah. So yeah, there was subtitles, but also I watched the dubbed version because unless I don't want to have to read, but I did it both. I like the contrast between the two, like one word just saying this way. The one word's different one way, different another way, kind of thing. The story. Okay, so read the back of the box. After not seeing each other for a long time, 5 teenage friends escape their boring lives by going on vacation together, staying at a quiet resort, isolated from the city. They all party and have a good time, but things take a dark turn when it's revealed each of them have hidden secrets unbeknownst to the group. No, that's not a thing. And unbeknownst to the group, there's someone observing them. When one of them ends up brutally murdered, paranoia and distrust surrounds the group. No. Also, that's not, no. Motivating each remaining member to accuse each other of being murderer or considering the possibility that the real murderer is an unseen presence observing them and they're all in danger. None of that. None of that is a part of it. This makes it seem like it's a Thai version of Bodies. That's what the back of this box is saying. Verbatim, this premise makes it seem like this is a Thai version of Bodies. And that is not what it is at all. Like, the paranoia and the secrets, like the one secret that is revealed, well, 2 secrets, who is behind his killings, and another secret that Will has. Now, I'll be going the English dub names, okay, because Will and Amy in the English dub are named that, but in the original version they're Win and Aim, but I go by Will and Amy. In the subtitles they go Win and Aim, but I'm going by their English names because it's easier for me. Try to remember, at least for me. And none of this on the back has anything to do with the movie itself. And if you start watching this movie, it is very confusing because you start with this woman. She's at like in a coffee shop as she's asleep, and this guy comes up and he sees her and he takes a picture of her with her phone instead of waking her up, and then they're talking and he's like, oh, I need help with this. It's like homework or something. And she's like, no, you have to go because I have. Okay, so I'm watching the dubbed version. And the one thing, my biggest criticism for dubbed films is that whoever they get to dub these things don't give a shit. They're getting a paycheck. That's all they care. They can't put fucking emotion into these voice lines. Oh, hi. Nice to see you. Would you like a coffee? No, I need to do my homework. You know, the guy doing the dubbing for Tony, though, knew what he had to do. You know, knew what he came to do for this. Technically, like, the only bad dubbing is this beginning. Really, it does get better throughout the film, I think. But here, no. It's your standard, oh, nice to see you. Would you like something to drink? Kind of dubbing, you know? But, yeah. So she's like, well, I have a date with my boyfriend, so I have to go. And you have to go, and so he leaves. And then, she's there, she hears a noise, she gets knocked out, and to the shot of no one watching this, it's the guy from earlier. He's got an axe now, and he's gonna kill her, and I'm sitting here going, where the fuck are the bears? This is Night of the Killer Bears, right? Where are the bears? This is not Night of the Killer dude with an axe, okay? No. And so he unties her for some reason, she gets away, and when he goes to kill her, you know, come after her, she finds her boyfriend dead, and then it turns on a dime because she starts laughing and then reveals that she was going to kill her boyfriend, and then she kills him by cutting his arm off and then stabbing him. And then we get the fucking killer bear slicing her head off, and I really don't know what that has anything to do with the rest of this film because there's no mention of it. And so we meet our main characters, Will and Amy. They're driving on the way to this place, you know. I think it's supposed to be the same place that these people are at. I think. Either that or they just redecorated the same set with other stuff because it looks like the same set at some points, but also it's up to be a hotel now or something. I don't know. And their other friends, Tony, who is my favorite character of the movie. He's the guy who's always smoking weed. He's always trying to have fun. He's always trying to get with the ladies, you know. And so he's ready to go have fun, and they're gonna, you know, Will calls him and stuff, connect to him. And then Amy calls Nan, who is at a audition. And after the audition, she calls Amy and says, oh, I'm gonna be a little late. I have another audition, but I will be there. And then she seduces this guy. And then we cut back to Amy and Will arriving at this place. And I know this is a Thai movie, but it looks like the house from The Grudge. I swear to God. There's also this other woman. I think it's just another random guest there. Because you know, looking at the back of this, when their friend is killed. So I'm like, oh, this is the body they're going to find. But no one ever mentions this person ever, saying this person is missing, or that they're waiting for this person to show up, or they didn't show up. She's just a character that's there. She's in the shower. She gets stabbed up here, through here, and that goes through the boobie. You get boobie. I'm not going to show it all. You get boobie stabbed through the boobie. And stop saying boobies. I don't want to talk about boobies. Right through the breast. And then that supposedly kills her. I guess if you do this, it's going through the heart, I guess. But I don't know. And that's the end of that character. And I'm like, and then they started riding. And I'm like, no one's talking about this woman. How's nobody mentioned? That's another subplot, by the way. This woman killed. Right? No one's mentioned this woman. No one. Like, is she just another guest? I guess. I don't know. We cut to Nan, and she's on the phone with the police, claiming that because she gave this casting director the fuck me eyes, right? So when we finally come back to her, she's got this guy, he's all covered in blood, he's tied to the bed, and she says that he tried to rape her, which is probably not true. But, like, yeah, like, I don't know. And then, like, she's magically there a few scenes later, like, The cops didn't withhold her to get her statement or anything. They just let her go, apparently. I don't know. And so now we have Will, Amy, Tony, and Nan have all arrived. And then we get subplot number 3, I guess. Bob, the guy behind the desk clerk, supposedly, is holding a woman, torturing her in the back. And no one ever hears her, like, ever. That really doesn't go anywhere, I guess. I don't fucking know. And then Chang arrives, their other friend Chang, the businessman who was late because he was doing work. Or so he says, because we find out another subplot later. But anyway, she is, so he shows up, and then they all start to, like, party and drink, and then once they get together, the whole topic is brought up with their friend Chang, Scang, Kang, Keng, who apparently died in a diving incident a year ago or so, where there was a storm. They said there wasn't going to be one, but he died, and they agreed not to mention it again, but now they're talking about it again when they do a toast to him. And yeah, that does come back. Yeah, so then the bears decide, fuck it, we're going to kill people. Kills Bob, stabs him right through the fucking mouth, which I always, when I see that, is thinking, no, you couldn't do that. Like, 1, human skull is hard. 2, teeth gonna run away. And so it's like, right through the, I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, he dies. And then Chang, I think Chang's the first one to go. Chang gets attacked, cut right in half, which again, this is in the same universe of Final Destination. Everyone's made of pudding for some reason. Just cut right through him and him in half. And then, okay, I got frustrated because clearly, so there are times where there's writing on the wall. Clearly it's supposed to mean something. But apparently they didn't think American audiences needed to know what that meant. Because usually in films where stuff's written in foreign language, they'll put a subtitle up telling you what it is. Nope. So I have no idea if it's supposed to be a warning or what it is, because it's in Thai, and I have no idea. They don't. Us American audiences, we don't know. You know, there's like, like, what does it say? Why are they going, I don't know what it says. I'm sorry. And so they run off. I mean, they separate because this is a slasher flick, you know. Nan runs off. Apparently, Nan and Tony are a thing. They fuck at one point in this movie. And then Will and Amy go one way. And then Tony doesn't know which way to go. He's going to go to Nan. He's going to go with them. And he ends up going with them. Even Nan by herself, to have this pretty cool scene that really just got more frustrating as it went along. Like, we already know that she killed some guy earlier. So this dude in the bear mask shows up. And looks like he's going to kill her, but she kicks his ass. It's like kung fu slasher moves. Dude kicks his ass, kills him. Another bear shows up, kills him. Another bear, and another bear, and another bear. She kills like 5 bears before you think it's over. I'm thinking, how many of these bears are there? And there's one more. And it kills her because she's like stubborn. She's like, yes, or whatever. And stab right through her. And I'm like, no, fuck you. All right. This is just lazy. Okay. Like, you have her be a badass killing 5 fucking bear assassin people, and just because you want this character to die, nah, there'll be one more. This is like the last bear assassin too, as far as we know, because this one and then who is revealed to be behind everything, and it's like, no, this wouldn't. Oh, before this though, we get subplot number 4, Chang, okay? Because she runs to Chang's car to get out of there, and she hears a noise in the back trunk, opens it up, and there's this waitress character. Because I was waiting, I'm like, wait, where's this waitress? Isn't she one of the friends? No, she's clearly a waitress. No, she's in the fucking back of the car, and she's like, he kidnaps me. He's going to bury me alive. And she won't shut the fuck up, so now knocks her the fuck out. Close her in there. And then we just like move past this character. And then we have that fight with the bears, and she dies. And yeah. And then we get the twist. When Tony finds Bob dead, it's revealed that Amy is behind it. And she supposedly kills Tony. She stabs him. She goes back to finish the job that Bob was doing with the lady back there. Kills her, I guess. And then her and the remaining bear go after Will. And yeah. And it's revealed that to us, I guess, it's just makes no sense. Amy and Kang were together. And when Kang died, she got together with Will. But she never cared for Will. She always setting him up to die. I don't know. You're responsible for his death, so it's revenge. And, you know, if you started out with Kang's death at the thing, instead of just this nonsense opening with these two characters that don't mean anything and showing us the bear for the first time, if you just, you know, showed us what happened with Kang dying and then say 1 year later, I think it would have made much more sense, because we don't know Kang. We never met him. We never saw his death. Nothing. Right? So it doesn't make any sense to me to focus on this character we've never met and have no connection to. And there's so much like... It's revealed Tony is alive, and then we have this stupid-ass ridiculous fight that is kind of funny. She's in full bear suit now because they want to have this fight, and so they have a stunt person in there. So it's a full bear suit. Fighting these two, and they're just... And this is supposed to be funny, but to me it looks kind of stupid. They're like a squeaky toy at her, and like they throw like something at her, bounces off the head. It's like, come on, why are you aiming for the big bear head? No, this leads to them eventually taking the bear mask off. Just when you think they're about to win, a cop shows up and shoots Tony. Or shoots Will. And then she makes it look like they were trying to rape her. And, you know, I guess Thai movie cops are as dumb as American movie cops, because he believes her. And then leaves them both there. He's like, here, cuff yourselves. And then leaves with her, starts looking around, realizes all these bear heads. What happened? And she kills the cop, of course. And this is when it's revealed to Tony, and us at least, that Will purposely caused Kang to die so he could be with Amy. It's fucking stupid. I don't know. And he succumbs to his wounds, and when Amy comes back, Tony is gone. He is taking Chang's car. And, yeah. Tony leaves. What the fuck? This movie ends with Tony leaving. He's driving. He hears thudding in the back. Finds the waitress. And then they drive off together. Cuts back to Amy cleaning the place up and reopening the thing for business as if she's going to kill again. Oh boy. I cannot wait for Night of the Killer Bears 2. I don't know. My ending would be that she comes back and sees them both laying there. Thinks they're both dead, but Tony stabs her, killing her. It's revealed that Will is still alive, still hanging on to life, and they drive off to a hospital. They find the girl, and maybe they find the girl in the back of the car. Maybe they take the cop car. No, that's a felony. Just, they find the girl in the back of Chang's car, and they drive. I don't know. The whole girl in the back of Chang's car just doesn't make any sense. They introduce her, and then they have to do this ending where Tony finds her, so people won't go, what happened to her? I don't know. In my opinion, the whole, if you're gonna have that in there, you gotta say me, whatever. Again, you need to show us scenes of Chang kidnapping her for it to work. Otherwise, there's nothing, you know. Help me, help me. The bear throws the axe right on her head, kills her, and then that causes Nan to run off. You don't need to come back to this character then, you know. Except for maybe one gag at the end where they find the body and they go, "Who the fuck is that? I don't know. Get in the car," and drive off. You know what I mean? Like, this movie should have had a definitive ending where the killer is killed, and like, well, for one, Amy should have been the final girl and not the killer. I don't understand that at all. It's fucking confusing, this movie. But I almost want to recommend it. I'll give it the middle of the road. Because I'm going to say not with your time, but I almost want to recommend it for just how batshit it is, man. You know. So middle of the road. It gets a middle of the road for me. So, yeah, we're at the end. I just got the ranking left to do. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on Night of the Killer Bears? Let me know in the comments. Let me share, like, share, and subscribe. Ow. Thank you for watching. I'm Scotty. I'll see you in the next one.